And now, please welcome Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Do of mine is here who wrote one of my biggest hits. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy James.
Please welcome Miley Cyrus.
Thank you. All right. What an epic night to be a part of. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to start off this induction with the first time I wanted to have sex with Joan Jett. And we were doing Oprah together, and I go up to Joan's hotel room, and Joan opens the door, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's towels shoved underneath all the door cracks, shower caps around all the smoke detectors. Joan is running around spraying orange smell cleaner to mask the smell of the pot, that's what you guys call it. And we go into her bathroom, and we were smoking, and we were just talking. And this was one of the moments in my life where I wanted to be as present and absorb everything that she said to me. I listened to her talk about her days with the Runaways. She talked about music. She talked about why she loves animals and she doesn't want to eat them. We're not going to eat the animals. And I was getting to have this moment with someone that to me is Superwoman, what Superwoman really should be. And at first, having this honor to induct Joan Jett into the legendary Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it was overwhelming. She's had a career decades long. She's been the first to do many things, and not just as a woman, but just as a badass being on the planet. I'm also honored to induct the Blackhearts tonight, Lee Crystal, Ricky Byrd, and Gary Ryan. And Kenny Laguna, I want to say something to you. I want to say that you're a fucking genius, and this is why. It takes someone like you that believes in the music, but more than that, believes in us as people and as human beings. Joan's music, her activism, who she is. I know there isn't one other person on this planet that's been an inspiration to me like you have. And in all of our lives, all of us will experience people who are gonna try to tell us who to be and what to be. Fuck those people. Joan has been an example of what you can achieve and the happiness, which is more important, that you can have. If instead of changing for other people, if you don't like how the world is, change it yourself. She made the world evolve. Her life and her success is proof that we can't stop evolving. And I want to thank you for fighting for our freedom, Joan, and I love you so much. And it really is my honor to be the one inducting you and the Blackhearts into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Get up here, come on.
Let me clarify one thing, Miley. We all wanted to fuck Joan. Sorry, baby. I'm from the Bronx. This is how I speak. In 1965, I watched two bands on The Ed Sullivan Show that would forever change my life. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones. The next day, I asked my mom for a guitar. About a week later, she brought me home my first acoustic. That guitar now resides in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Next, I want to thank Carol K. Bird. We met in 1977. She has had my back ever since. You have my love and gratitude. A big thank you to our 13-year-old daughter, Frankie, who was truly not impressed by any of this. She did ask if this meant she could now meet Iggy Azalea, for which I replied, baby, in my world, there is only one Iggy you want to meet, fucking Pop. A huge thank you and congratulations to my old pal, Joan Jett. We traveled the world together. Breathe, baby. Breathe. We traveled the world together and kicked some serious ass. And I am proud to have been part of your journey. You are a true rock and roll icon, and no one deserves this honor more than you do. Thank you all for this wonderful honor, and I am truly humbled. Let me end this with the eloquent words of Mr. Chuck Berry. Hail, hail, rock and roll.
When I was 13 years old, I had a poster of my idol, Joan Jett, on my bedroom wall. I jammed along with my bass to their records for hours on end, staring at that poster, dreaming of someday being in an amazing rock and roll band like the Runaways. Who would have ever guessed that just 2 years later, I would show up to answer that infamous ad in the LA Weekly. Joan Jett is looking for 3 good men. Well, can you believe it? I got the gig. The rest of the story, they say, is history. Joan, I'd like to thank you for giving that boy a chance to live his dream and make history with you. Kenny, thank you for all you've done for Joan over the years, helping to keep the music consistent and real. And Lee, my brother, I wish you were here. Tommy and Dougie, you are the Blackhearts. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi! Hey, everybody! Wow, that's crazy, man. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I was really gonna try not to cry and be tough, but that's a little overwhelming there. Thank you very much. Miley, thanks so much for your words and taking the time to come here for me. You have such a beautiful soul, and it's been really wonderful getting to know you over these past few years. I come from a place where rock and roll means something. It means more than music, more than fashion, more than a good pose. It's a subculture of integrity, rebellion, frustration, alienation, and the glue that sets several generations free of unnatural societal and self-suppression. Yeah. Rock and roll is political. It is a meaningful way to express dissent, upset the status quo, stir up revolution, and fight for human rights. There are pussy riots wherever there is political agitation. We become so conditioned to measuring our music's impact in dollar signs only that we can forget what it's really about. The music, emotion, expression, giving a voice to those who aren't satisfied fitting into whatever box they were given. Rock and roll ethic is my entire life, and I'm thankful to all the people along the way that let me be me. When I was 16, I met Kim Fowley and Sandy West. I took 4 buses to get to Sandy's house so we could jam in her rec room. And then we called Kim on the phone and played him some songs, and the Runaways performed that day, August 5th, 1975. We lost Sandy a few years ago, and Kim just a few months ago in January. And if Kim were still with us, he'd be here, sitting at my table, and probably taking bows on this occasion, rightfully so. Thank you, Kim. Because if we did nothing else but write Cherry Bomb, it would have been great. But we made some history. Thanks to my co-conspirators, Sandy, and all the Runaways, Mickey, Cherie, Lita, Jackie, Vicky, Laurie, and Peggy. Yeah. When I met Kenny Laguna, I found a best friend, a writing partner, a bandmate, a producer, a manager, and a soulmate. In a business not known for loyalty, we've been together for over 3 decades. I've been so lucky to have his friendship, and I want to acknowledge his amazing contribution to my career. Thank you, Kenny. There have been so many people along the way that have been advocates and friends throughout my career. I want to thank Little Steven and Dave Grohl. They have been such strong supporters. Kathleen Hanna and Adam Horovitz. Thanks to Lemmy and Motorhead. The Foo Fighters, Nirvana, that same Iggy Pop. Rodney Bingenheimer, Debbie, Chris, and Blondie, the Ramones, Alice Cooper, Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, Cheap Trick, Fugazi, and Discord Records. Green Day, the band X, Robert Plant, Darlene Love, all the Riot Girls out there, Stephen, Joe, and Aerosmith, The Replacements, Mike Ness and Social Distortion, Mick Taylor, and so many others. Thanks to all the Blackhearts throughout the years, especially the great Tommy Price, who for 32 years has been the heartbeat, the pulse, the roaring propulsion of this band. Tommy should have been inducted with us tonight, and I want to recognize him in front of you all now. Once again, Tommy. Love you, man. And of course, the current Blackhearts, Tommy, Kenny, Dougie Needles, and Hal Seltzer. I want to thank the Hall of Fame. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.